What's up, everyone? Welcome to another mini cast. Just to explain, I think podcasts are too long and live shows are too long. So, early on, we're going to do lots of little mini casts. I'm going to go over the latest news with you guys and then give you some feedback. And obviously, if you agree, smash the likes, click the subscribe button. If you don't, please share your thoughts on the comments and it would be much appreciated. Looking through the news today, first thing that kind of sticks out is that Philip Rivers finally retired. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but it was just it just felt like he was holding on and the Colts were holding on, and just the time had come. And I suppose the biggest argument or debate now will be, is he a Hall of Fame quarterback? If you look at his numbers, it would suggest that he is. It just doesn't have the Super Bowls. For me, it's, I think you can't be going into the Hall of Fame just because you've had a consistent, healthy career. You've made it through, so many events, and you got to respect what he's done. But to say that he's good enough to make the Hall of Fame, even if he's in the top 10 for touchdowns and yards and all this kind of stuff, it just doesn't seem right to me. But that's where I stand. He's just not good enough. You need to have those titles. You have to have those championships. When he had the opportunities, he's had some great teams he's played in. He just didn't make it count. And sadly for me, it's a no, really. So, like I said, give me your comments. Obviously, I'd love to hear them. I might even come back to responding to a few if you give me some things that I haven't thought of. But I think he can't be. You have to be honest about that. Another news, I see that there's a mad rush going around or news or rumours that Cleveland Browns should give Baker a new contract. His rookie contract's still not up. Obviously, they can still franchise tag him. But come on, guys, this is so preemptive. Rush of blood to the head. It's just wrong, because it was only last season he was terrible. He's had a great coach now. He's got a good team set up around him. At the end of the day, he's still not an elite quarterback. He's never going to be. So you need a great coach. You need a great team around him, run game. So you limit the exposure and the need to rely on him. And now is not the time to be giving him a 30 plus, a year, million a year contract. I just don't think it's worth it. They're going to have the same regrets as they had with Goff at the moment. And the thing with Carson Wentz is that I just think, I'm going to put them in the same bracket because, again, he's a quarterback that needs a certain level of support around him, a great O-line to make him work. And you can't spend that kind of money on a middle of the range QB. He has to, if they do want to give him a new contract, it has to be in the range of Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, who's in the late 20s, maybe 32. Anything more than that, I think it's a waste of money. And hope they don't rush the decision. Bring him back next year, see how it goes. If he earns it, give him the new contract, a reasonable contract. If not, franchise tag him, and you'll see from there. But it is not a good idea to rush and give him a brand new contract based on this season. It's the same mistake the Rams did with Goff, and you really don't want to be stuck with a big cap hit on a quarterback you might be going off in 2 years. So hopefully those rumours aren't true, but it's Cleveland Browns, so what can you say? Moving on, I just I just wanted to address the head coaching situation at the moment. You know, all the guys that are being hired and how good or bad I think they are. You know, yesterday news came out that the Chargers had hired Brandon Staley, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, as the head coach of the Chargers. He'll be joining Justin Herbert, and I just feel like some of these appointments don't make sense, and I've always thought there's a basic principle when you have a rookie quarterback who needs to develop. It's better to get him a offensive head coach who will over the next 2-3 years build his game, improve his accuracy and all the the minute details, and make him a better quarterback. And then, you kind of focus on the team, the rest of the team. So you start with the offensive line, your run game, so he doesn't have to throw more than 20, 30 times a game. So he has options, and then you slowly develop the rest of the team. Now, Brandon Staley again, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but he was a Rams DC. He had a great year last year, but the other question mark is that he had Aaron Donald, he had Jalen Ramsey. You got to be careful judging a coach who's had great players in those positions, because you don't know how much of it is the coaching and how much of it is the players. And for me, when you have a great defensive coach, it suits a more experienced quarterback who can run the offense himself. We've got Arthur Smith, who's been hired by the Falcons, the Titans, OC. See, that would have been a great hire for Justin Herbert. And Brandon Staley would have been better at the Falcons, because Matt Ryan and the offense should, with a good D-line, good defense, be able to take that team forward. So what they needed was a good defensive head coach to get their defense back in order, and then Matt Ryan and the offense can go take the team forward. Instead, they're not addressing the defensive side. They're going to bring in an offensive coordinator, and it's just you're putting more weight on one side. So for the Chargers and the Falcons now, we need to get, in the Chargers case, a very good OC for Justin Herbert, who's going to help him grow. And for the Falcons, we need to get a very good DC and, make big improvements on their defense compared to last year. And, I can't believe that Eric Bieniemy has not still been hired. I think he could be great with Deshaun Watson in Houston if he's still there. Mind you, there's a lot of trade rumours about him going to the Jets, but if he is still there, then I think that's a great shout, because clearly the consensus against Bieniemy seems to be that he's not a good CEO. He's a great coach, but he's not a good CEO. Now, it looks like the Texans are keen on having, the owner and the GM having a lot of say. So it might be good to just have a head coach who focuses on the team and the players, and instead of someone like Urban Myers, who comes in, wants control of everything, really. So it'll be interesting to see who the Texans hire. But again, going back to the Chargers, I think disappointed with a hire for Justin Herbert. I'm disappointed for Sam Darnold or Justin Fields if they're the ones who go forward with the Jets, because again, Robert Saleh, he had great players in that defense, an elite pass rush at the 49ers. And is he really the guy to build Darnold or Fields? Again, they need to get a great OC to improve their and especially in Darnold's case, how he's regressed last year or two, he needs to rebuild that confidence, which is why I'm shocked that again, like Eric Bieniemy, the Bills OC, Brian DeBoer. No idea why he hasn't been hired yet. Hopefully he still will be, but again, a great coach, a great OC would be perfect for the young QBs at the Jets or the Chargers. The openings are available. I think the Eagles need to go for Josh McDaniels. You need an experienced guy who can push back on that Eagles front office, the owner and the GM, because it looks like they have a lot of power and say over there. It's going to be a very interesting few days to see what the remaining hires are, the OC, the staff hires, and hopefully for the young quarterbacks, there's some good people that come in to help them grow and improve their development. That's it. If you liked what you watched, smash the like, hit the subscribe button. If you disagree with anything, share a comment. Love to hear what you guys say. Thank you.